Have you ever wondered if your fate was like a storm? Not just any storm, but one that actually lives inside of you, one you can't escape. Well, that's the incredible idea at the heart of Haruki Murakami's masterpiece, Kafka on the Shore. So today, we're going to dive into how the novel's very first chapters build this world of mystery and wonder, setting the stage for a journey you will absolutely not forget.
Right from the get-go, the book hits you with this powerful, kinda unsettling idea. And trust me, this isn't just some pretty, poetic language. It's the core metaphor for the entire story. It's basically a warning, right? It's telling us we're about to step into a world where everything, fate, who you are, reality itself, is as unpredictable as sand whipping around in the wind.
So what is this sandstorm really? Well, you're not going to find it on any weather map, that's for sure. This is a storm that rages inside a person. It's personal, it's inescapable, and it's a force that you have to confront head-on.
The book puts it this way. This storm is you. To get through it, you can't run. You have to walk right into it, shut your eyes, and just push forward. It's this violent, symbolic journey that will change you completely. As Murakami writes, it'll cut through you like 1,000 razor blades.
And this is where we meet our first character. Or, well, maybe our first victim of this storm. We're introduced to this quiet, incredibly focused 15-year-old boy who is about to run away from home. But make no mistake, this is not just some teenage rebellion. Oh no, this is a meticulously planned escape from destiny itself.
To really get what's going on inside his head, you have to know he's basically having a constant conversation with his alter ego, a tough, sharp-witted guy he calls Crow. So while our hero is quiet and withdrawn on the outside, Crow is his inner voice, the pragmatic, cynical, and sometimes harsh voice of reality. It's a really clever way to show us his internal battle.
And I mean it when I say this was planned. This was no spur-of-the-moment decision. For years, this kid has been preparing. He's worked out relentlessly, making his body like steel. He's trained himself to show no emotion. He's planned every single detail, from how much cash to steal from his famous sculptor father to his destination, a distant, warm island called Shikoku.
And right here, the mystery gets so much deeper. You see, he isn't just running from his father. He's running from this dark fate, a kind of mechanism he feels is buried deep inside him. He's trying to outrun a terrible, unspoken prophecy, an omen that's been haunting his every move.
Just as we're getting wrapped up in this kid's story, bam! The novel just rips us away. Suddenly we're thrown back in time to the middle of World War II, and the entire tone shifts. We go from this intimate personal journey to the cold, sterile language of a declassified government document.
So now we're literally reading a top-secret U.S. Army intelligence report, and it's detailing this incredibly bizarre event from 1944. By framing this second mystery as this cold, factual investigation instead of a story, it makes the inexplicable events that are about to unfold feel even more chilling.
The report lays out this really strange sequence of events. Okay, so it's a clear morning. A teacher takes her class of 16 students out to look for mushrooms on a hill. Then they see a strange flash in the sky, and just moments later, every single one of the children collapses, all at the same time.
The medical details in this report are just baffling. The kids aren't sick in any way that makes sense. Their bodies are totally limp, like rubber. But their eyes are wide open, scanning the sky, as if they're watching something no one else can see. And when they wake up, total amnesia. They have no memory of what happened. Every logical explanation, poison gas, mass hysteria, it all gets ruled out. The aftermath is just as strange. 15 of the 16 children eventually recover, almost like waking up from a nap. But one of them doesn't. A young boy named Satoru Nakata. He stays in a coma, the one silent victim of this impossible event, which only makes the mystery that much deeper.
And so, the pieces are on the board. We've got two completely separate, totally compelling mysteries. On one hand, a boy in the present day escaping a dark prophecy. On the other, this bizarre mass fainting incident from over half a century ago. What on earth could possibly connect them?
And this is the structural genius of Kafka on the Shore. The novel literally switches back and forth between these two stories in alternating chapters. We are constantly jumping between these two worlds, and as a reader, you can't help but hunt for echoes, patterns, and any clues that might possibly link them.
So this becomes the central puzzle that just drives you through the story. You're left asking yourself, what is the connection here? Is it fate? Reincarnation? Some kind of shared destiny? The novel doesn't just hand you easy answers. It invites you to become a detective and solve the mystery right alongside the characters.
All right, let's jump back to our runaway. As he starts his journey into the unknown, the very first thing he does is shed his old identity and claim a new one for himself. He renames himself Kafka Tamura. Now, this is a huge deal. It's a powerful act of self-creation. See, he's not just running away from a place, he's trying to be reborn, to become the author of his own story, even while he's being haunted by a fate that seems horribly pre-written for him.
And so his new life begins, not with some big bang, but with a series of small, deliberate steps. He gets to a new city, he has a random encounter with a girl on a bus, he eats his first real meal of freedom, and he finds his way to the one place that has always felt like a sanctuary to him, a library.
And this brings us right back to where we started, to that central theme, the escape, the new name, this whole journey into the unknown. This is Kafka willingly walking right into his own personal sandstorm. He knows that if he can just make it through to the other side, he will be a fundamentally different person. In fact, that transformation is the whole point.
And that leaves us with the core question that this incredible novel asks all of us. In a world that seems governed by fate, by prophecy, by the echoes of the past, is real freedom found by running away from the storm? Or is it found by having the courage to walk right into the heart of it, knowing you'll never ever be the same?